Hamsterdam, you go to retirement services and drop papers, going out at a lieutenant's grade. That's right, you're busted back.
I got vacation time enough to make my 30. Fuck your vacation time. You're out today at the lower grade.
Part of bend over, didn't you understand?
What up, G? What are you gonna do on his ass?
Marlo got his package back out.
Fire Burrell. This nonsense began in his shop without him knowing it. Respect your opinion. Right now, Tony Gray, cockheaded maneuvering, now's not the time. We get past the primary, then I'll drive a stake in his. We want to shine on that new girl you like in the 11th. Yeah.
Daniel?
Spot on the ticket, cut the nail loose. Another Saturday. I respect the fact that you stood by me, Odell.
And he's buying you by giving that to her.
Is any of that subject to any contradiction or argument whatsoever, Major Colvin?
No, sir. Not much you can say, is there? Not the real police. Get on with it, motherfucker. Excuse me, Major.
Major Colvin is relieved of duty. You are now the acting commander of the Western District.
You respect the guy. He's saluting you, not them.
Yeah, that's everyone we heard on the wire. McNulty's over there in number one with Crowley. Why don't you say hey?
Preston is there? Put is there.
You know I did, because you don't have popped me with a G-Pack on my way to the spot and let me go, remember?
You were selling drugs in Major Colvin's free zone?
Uh-huh.
This
So,
must be one of them contracted things.
You mean entrapment?
Can't see on point.
can you have a freak out?
19 in Bristol.
Please send for put. I just want to protect this too. I know I shouldn't, but come on.
Call came in from the mayor's office half-hour ago, approving your promotion. And now with Colvin, there's a new vacancy.
What about my wife?
What about it?
The mayor? You never see? Why would the mayor?
Good police work, maybe.
I just wanted you to know that last tip you gave me was a winner.
Yeah, I heard. It's good work.
Also, I don't know if you know, Stringer Bell was shot to death 2 days ago. I put his name on the paper and typed in the PC. I figured, what the fuck, once he's aced, right?
Mm.
So you cut them corners, didn't you?
Seems like you cut a few yourself, Major. However it ends, you're good police.
I just did what I did.
Mm.
Felt right.
It was not.
I'm fine with that.
You're not afraid of being together outside?
You and me in public. Not your wife.
She wins without me. On the mayor's ticket. She wins.
And you make Major?
Are we sure of that? Are we really sure of that? I don't want to cheer before being sure.
Why me?
Uh-huh.
I guess you don't live right.
You just drive over here.
I did.
Why tonight? What happened?
Is ready.
I was in my own district tonight, which is where I used to feel pretty good, I think. I wasn't so angry when I was there anyway. I guess I finished something today.
Your case.
More than that.
A page in his book.
Things that make me right for this job, maybe they're the same things that make me wrong for everything else.
Do you want to come inside for a drink?
Not tonight. But if it's not too late, I wouldn't mind meeting your kids.
I'm proud! I'm proud of you.
Major Colvin informed you of his effort in the Hamsterdam meeting more than a week ago. It's free zone stated for 6 days after that.
That's my responsibility. We needed the time to conclude an ongoing investigation by the Major Crime Unit.
wiretap case that would have been disrupted had we moved immediately.
Daniel's
Mayor aware of the pending
case.
case, but the mayor was unequivocal in his opposition to what Major Colvin did. What we have here, I'm afraid, is nothing more complicated than solitary police.
You know it's bad.
More than that. This is more important than who knew what when, or who falls on his sword, or whether someone you can use this disaster to make a political point. But gentlemen, what we can't forgive, what I can't forgive, ever, is how we, you, me, this administration, all of us, how we turned away from those streets in West Baltimore.
Talking great. They
so
taught you how to do it.
And if this disaster demands anything of us as a city, it demands that we say enough. Enough to the despair which makes policemen even think about surrender. Enough to this administration's indecisiveness and lethargy. To the garbage which goes uncollected. The lots and row houses which stay vacant. Enough to the crime which every day chokes more and more of the life from our city. The thing of it is, if we don't take responsibility and step up, not just for the mistakes and the miscues, but for whether or not we're going to win this battle for our streets, we're going to lose these neighborhoods and ultimately this city forever. If we don't have the courage and the conviction...
That's the speech of a candidate, you know.
If that doesn't happen, well, then
The
we're sharing
camera.
defeat. And that defeat should not and cannot and will not be forgiven.
Proud of your students?
Unless you can give your word, there's no way that I can. That's more than fair.
Thanks. But it's better for me if I do something else.
What?
It's not you, it's me.
But where
The Western, I think. And a Western feels like home.
So what time you want to be there tomorrow, Coach?
3:30 be good. Hope to see y'all then.
Alright.
He didn't kill you, remember? So don't go at him, please.
What the fuck y'all standing around for? Now get to work.
Okay. No one is gonna kill Dennis and you're gonna continue to go at his gym. I'm okay with it. Back to your old job. No. Working with your old friend, with Carver. Is it gonna be enough for you, McNulty? Cool! Donate. You're really sad, I'm sorry for you. Frank! Don't do that! Don't do that to me!
And you keep on moving onto the sound of the wheel. Hold you down in your arms.
And of this case.
Do you really know how you feel? Oh, there's nowhere to go in the sleet and snow. Just keep on moving.
Not looking at you.
What is it right here? Before metal, it's in a pack. Right to all.
You have a new student, Bubs?
But there's money to be made. You know, look.
You know what happened to the last one?
Oh,
You know they covered it?
that's something, huh? No, they took a bigger race and left the cross. You know, but before, if no fiend come down here, cop a little something, they ain't marrying this old hassle. I believe police. They just let him be.
It's a good thing, huh?
I'm just saying. You probably don't know, but there's love out there, baby. Cops be back and banging on you. Cops be messing with you.
Yeah, thank you.
He's not gonna tell you that it was something great. Yeah? I'm trying to process all of the things that happened and all of the conclusions, you know, for everyone. Our guys were too late for Stringer, for sure. For McNulty to take it like that, I knew it, because really he dedicated his life for it since so long. This entire season for McNulty, it was about him realizing that he has no life, no personal life, trying to go on a date that was a failure, all of that, talking with his friends about their lives, and realizing that he has only his job, and his job, it's not enough. He wanted to work on that case and nothing else. So right there, the fact that he couldn't really have that case until the end, I mean, he succeeded to have it, he had a proof against Stringer, but he was too late and Stringer is dead. What about now, like for his life, for the rest of his life? And I think that he asked himself that question, what about now? That case ended, I can't do anything about it, I'm never gonna have Stringer. Okay, he did something with that information that Calvin had by Stringer about the safe place, you know, that Avon had, and they managed to arrest him and his guys, and that was so great. Like, I was so worried that they decided to go full guns, like full fight and all. I was so worried about it. Maybe I watched too many GTA, you know, Grand Theft Auto roleplay scenes, which ended like that, with a fight between cops and bad guys, so I thought that maybe they would go for it, but no. Avon, he knows that if he's doing that, they're all gonna die, and killing a cop, you know, it's not a part of the game, it's not like that, it's not their war. So he didn't do it, and I was so glad, but I was also like, yeah, are we sure, until then I was really like that. But yes, McNulty, he had Avon thanks to Stringer. The fact that it's showing it to Avon, I think that it's a good thing, because just before dying, Stringer knew that it was because Avon sold him. So right there, just after getting arrested, for Avon to know that it's because of the fact that Stringer sold him, I think that it's fair, you know. For the characters, for really how to write them, their hands, I think that it's fair. But yes, for McNulty, now that this case ended, do you really want to continue to work with this team? Talking with all of his friends, and in particular, you know, the one who is just doing his hours and who is so glad about it because he can have a life after that, and he's gonna be paid the same, and he doesn't have any issue to deal with in his personal life and all. He chose that life, in fact, you know, he chose to be like him. He went back to the girl with whom, you know, maybe he can have a life like that. She has kids, like he has kids. He can live something great with her, and I really hope so. But for the police thing, is it gonna be enough for McNulty? In a way, I would want it, because it would mean that he's gonna have now a peaceful and normal life as a cop, but McNulty, we are living with him, you know, since 3 seasons, so I have trouble to think that it's gonna be enough for him. We'll see, and I'm gonna see that soon, you know, discovering the season 4, but for now I'm like, why not? Maybe in fact it was the end of McNulty, and now I have to imagine that he's gonna be okay with that normal and peaceful life into his personal life and also into his professional life. Maybe. For the rest of the team, you know, if I'm thinking about Rhonda and Daniels, they're gonna be together and that's okay. Daniels' wife doesn't need him anymore, they can be together for real. Him is gonna be named Major, you know, he had his promotion. That's so cool. Lester, all of them, they're gonna work on a new case for sure. Maybe Priest is gonna be back, like if he's deciding to fight, but does he want it truly? I have the impression that this conversation that Lester and Priest had together didn't have a real aunt, you know. I could feel that Pris understood why it was not good for him to be a cop, the fact that he shouldn't be one, but at the same time, what can he do next else? So I'm not so sure that we're not gonna see him again soon. I would see him, you know, as a private investigator, someone without a gun who is still making a lot of investigations and stuff. I don't know, I thought about him like that. Kima cheating on her girl, being covered by McNulty for it. For sure, I don't appreciate it at all. You're not true to yourself, to your girl. It's not okay, girl. I love you, but it's not okay. Her who was so glad, you know, during all of this, you know, Amsterdam being closed like that, everyone getting arrested and all, he enjoyed it so much. On the contrary, Carver, he knew what it meant to have Amsterdam, so he knew also what it meant to have it closed, and he was not so glad. I appreciated that moment with him and Dennis looking at each other into that gym with all of these kids walking into the gym. Like, it was a good thing because maybe they can be friends. I would appreciate that. Dennis succeeded with his plan, with having his gym, and that was so cool. And also because for these two, you know, sharing that moment, it was almost to say that at least something great came out of Amsterdam. This gym, like Dennis, he made this gym thanks to Hamsterdam, to Avon's money. At least something great came from all of that. That moment with Dennis, you know, facing the guy that he almost killed. And no one deciding to do something with that information and just everyone accepting to go on with their lives. I love this idea. So now Carver, McNulty, they're gonna work at the Western District. Our guys, our team, they're gonna continue to work on new cases. With who leading them? Because if Daniels is gonna become a major, he's not gonna lead, you know, his own team like that. Maybe Lester is gonna lead that team? Or maybe, in fact, it was the end of that team? I don't think so. It's gonna be a different one, for sure. But they're gonna continue. Like right there at the end, this office, they didn't pack everything like they did before, so no, it's gonna be okay. I want it, and I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have it. Avon, during this episode, you know, the fact that he wanted that much to be all by himself. For sure, it was rough for him to have Stringer getting killed. He didn't know what to do after that. He said at some point that Stringer was right with everything. But after that, he wanted to continue that war against Marlowe because it was the only thing that he could do. The fact that everyone believed that it was Marlowe who killed Stringer, I'm glad because the witness didn't say anything about the scar. On wires, they have people saying that it's Marlowe, so it means that no one is gonna go after Omar. No one saw Brother Muzan, so that's okay. So Omar is safe! For the next season, Omar is safe. Omar is gonna be back. You know how much I love him. Like, how much I love Bubs. Right there to see that Bubs is back at his old job, taking these things and trying to have some money for it. That's bad. I preferred him, you know, selling his t-shirts, but I can understand why, and he has a new student. He can't know what happened to his old friend. Does he think that his old friend was arrested? I think that he can't know the truth, that he died, you know, because of all of this drug and all. That, it hurts, you know, to have this guy being killed because of that, but at the same time I think that it's a good decision made by the writers, because I'm seeing since a long time that it could be great to have, everything great like that, to have one of these drug addicts, you know, killing himself, to really show that Amsterdam is not okay at all. Again, you're pushing people to take drugs, all of this prostitution and all, it's not okay at all, for sure. You're pushing them to be at the worst points of their lives, and some of them can die. Even if you can save a few, all of the rest of them, it's not okay at all. And right there, for one, at least one, you know, again, at least one to die because of it, it's logical with the situation, and the fact that it's Bub's friend, it's awful, but I think that for the impact that it has on the viewers, it's better, you know, because all of the ones, you know, who didn't think that it was not okay were like, oh, come on, Hamsterdam, it was a good idea. See what Hamsterdam can do? That guy was already a drug addict, but because of Hamsterdam, he had access to drugs really at any moment, and yes, he was at the worst point of his life. But I really don't think that Bubs knows it. All of the thing, you know, with the political things, the fact that Erwin managed to make that deal with the mayor, Carver took all of the responsibility for everyone, but Tommy, who wanted to take advantage of it, managed still to take advantage of it, not because he won the debate, you know, with the facts, but because he won people with the words, like he learned how to do. That was interesting and great. I'm wondering already if we're gonna have more about this situation, you know, about them into the next episodes, or was it really just to show us how stuff are functioning? And you know, Erwin saying that it's not only about politics and all, like right there, the fact that in all of this chain of command, only the pawn, you know, only Carver is taking the blame for everything that happened, because everyone managed to manipulate, to have a tactical plan and all to save him or herself. It's really proving that, yes, it's a lot about strategic and political things. But yes, this season was really about chain of command. At the end, Preston is out, I'm so glad, but Poots was arrested. At least I am not gonna be scared anymore for him to get killed. That's great, you know, I think, I hope. Oh, Avon, when he was at the courtroom, he wanted to have a look, you know, with Brianna, and she didn't give him that look. You should have told her the truth about it, because no matter what, she knows the truth. And then she left the place. The fact that Marlowe came to see the conclusion, you know, of this trial, you couldn't play with him, you know, until the end of the game, because cops stopped the game before the end. It's like that. Donut crying like hell and having a picture of Stringer. You should be glad you have that apartment for yourself. You're not gonna have anyone threatening you anymore. Live for yourself now, girl. Come on. That little moment, like really, the fact that they showed us all of the Barksdale team and all, and after that we went on the docks and they showed these things, you know, with Frank on it, and then okay, it was to show us Omar doing something, but really that quick reminder of Frank and all, I was clearly not ready for it, and yes, I had some tears coming directly because you know how much I loved Frank. And really during some seconds my brain couldn't process the information, and I was just like, oh, Frank! No, he's dead! You know, it was really like, no, he's dead! Shut up, brain, why are you glad to see Frank? No, he's not alive, like, come on, remember all of that? Like, I really had my brain being lost, disturbed and freezing during some seconds. I hope that the next season it's gonna be about a new case with new characters and all. That was a little issue that I had, you know, at the beginning of this season, during the first half of the season, with the fact that we were staying with the same characters, so it gave me the impression to just watch the same thing at each episode. So I'm glad that we truly finished everything with all of the Baxter business, so at least for that, you know, during the next season we're gonna have something new. For sure we're gonna be with the same characters and maybe we're gonna continue some of the narrative arcs created during this season, like for example the political things and all. But it would be great to have really a new case and all. We'll see. And I'm gonna see that on a new day, you know, for a new session of binge watching, discovering the first episodes of the season 4. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can already have the 3 first episodes, you know, my reactions and my thoughts to the 3 first episodes of the season 4, in case you can be interested. No matter what, it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Crazy.